Hey, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. In an interview I saw earlier on today, I think it was conducted on the UK show Talksport, Eddie Hearn, who's the chairman of Matchroom Boxing and most importantly for this video, the promoter of Anthony Joshua, was talking about AJ's future plans. Now, he said he was actually sick and tired of people asking him about when AJ is going to fight Fury, because of course Fury has allegedly retired. It's at the fifth retirement. Eddie Hearn can't really believe, and I think he's probably the same as most of us, that Fury has retired. But he says, if he has, he has. Like, what else can you do? But he's insistent that AJ really wants that Fury fight. And he said, look at AJ's resume. AJ's fought everybody out there, with the exception of Wilder, who he said he was, they were close to getting that deal done, and of course it fell apart. But Eddie Hearn was saying that AJ would definitely want to fight Fury, and that he was also desperate for the rematch against Daniel Dubois. When the interviewer put it to him that, other people have been saying, most noticeably Johnny Nelson, been saying, there's some sort of, funny business, if you like, about this injury that prevented AJ from fighting Dubois in February. Eddie Hearn said, well, yeah, he had an injury. AJ couldn't have had a full camp. He couldn't have made a fight date. But that he was going back into camp and he was looking to fight May, June time. So Eddie Hearn's definitely saying that AJ's the boss. AJ gets to call the shots. He puts options to AJ. But he was saying that AJ is very, very keen to fight Tyson Fury. And very keen, desperate is the word he used, for the Dubois rematch. And then he said something that was really interesting. He said, really he wants to fight the winner of Dubois and Parker. Obviously, AJ is definitely looking to regain a title belt. And Eddie Hearn thought, together with people like me, that Parker might have the edge over Dubois. He said repeatedly, styles make fights. And while he kind of walked it back a bit, he said, first of all, that Parker was going to win. And then he walked it back by saying it was kind of like a 50-50 fight, but, styles make fights. And he feels if Joe Parker can get through the first 5-6 rounds, that Joe Parker could beat Dubois. And that AJ would look to fight the winner. So interesting. Yeah, who knows? I still think that AJ Fury, while it's sort of past its sell-by date, is a fight worth having. For me, I wouldn't want to put much money on AJ beating Dubois, though. If you look at the end of their first fight, it could have gone the other way, like I've said before. AJ against Parker, well, it remains to be seen, how much better Parker is now. AJ, for me, AJ Wilder should happen. And and of course, Hearn said that they'd be game for that as well. Wilder's got to get through his little run out, which is scheduled for April, I think. I can't remember the name of the guy he's fighting. It's a tomato can type fight. And yeah, it would be interesting. Like I say, I'd like to see AJ fight both Fury and Wilder, so we can just, as I say, draw a line under this era and say of the three who were for the longest time thought to be the top three, how does it all sort of hash out? For me, I would have AJ beating Wilder. I would like to see AJ beat Fury, but I think Fury's, I don't know. I that would be an interesting fight. It depends when it takes place. But Eddie Hearn reiterating that AJ is the boss, that he puts fights in front of AJ, and that AJ is, keen, like he's heading back into camp. And then at the end of the interview, or towards the end of the interview, Eddie Hearn was asked about whether or not Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano should have a trilogy fight, and he thought that made a lot of sense, either in the US or in Ireland. I would like to see that fight. I've enjoyed the Katie Taylor Amanda Serrano fights, and he said that, like Katie Taylor, like AJ, 2025 might be their last year as professional boxers. I would have thought that AJ might have been able to get through to the end of 26, possibly even 27. But Katie Taylor, I would not be surprised if she calls it a day at the end of 25. But still, if we can see AJ back in the ring this year, and we can see Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano 3, that would be excellent. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Please hit like. Thank you very much for your time. Have a fabulous day, whatever you're doing. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.